Hey, this is Milo with Embark. I'm here to share a few tips and tricks about using trekking poles while hiking. Trekking poles are awesome tools to use when you're out hiking on any of our treks, and it's probably one of the tools I see the most skepticism with. When I first suggest folks use trekking poles, they're like, oh no, I don't think I really need them. And then once I convince people to use them, most are, these are awesome. I should have been using these the whole time. They really help increase our stability while we're hiking and give us just another point of contact while moving up and down steep terrain. So I'm going to just go through a little bit of their use right now. The first thing is going to be to get them sized correctly. So almost all trekking poles will have one or two, sometimes three adjustment points. On these trekking poles are really easy to see. They're these bright yellow tabs. There's different kinds of adjustments, so if you are using them, just ask your guide if you're having trouble figuring it out. But these ones in particular are these flip-flops, and I'm going to just adjust by pulling in or out on these tubes. They're telescoping. The important thing is not to pull them all the way out. You can pull the tubes out, just make sure you're not doing that. And it's sort of just trial and error, figuring out what length is going to be right for you. And ultimately what you want is to be having about a 90-degree angle in this arm. So my angle right here on my arm is a bit obtuse. I actually want my pole to be just a little bit higher. And that's starting to get a little closer. Something like that. Then once I have one sized, I can take my other pole and simply match it. So once you have them at about the right size, there's a couple ways you can go about gripping your poles, and it's there's different schools of thought. Some people like to use the straps, put their hand through like so it's just resting on the bottom of their palm, and hold their trekking poles like this. If I was to use my trekking pole this way, I might lower it a little bit so that my hand sits on that grip really well. What's nice about this, hiking along, you can actually keep a really loose grip on the trekking pole, and your bone structure of your wrist helps carry some of that weight. So it keeps your hands from getting tired out, maybe getting any like chafing on them. Some people really like that. I personally almost never use the straps, and I prefer to keep just a really nice loose grip on my pole. I don't tend to really dig deep, or as extra balance points, and if I need to, I can grip tight.